Good day, everybody. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, as you just seen, we're going to have a look at this Artec 8.8 swap kit with truss. I picked this up a while ago to use on this 8.8, obviously, that I picked up. Cut the mounting brackets off, cleaned her up as best as I could. Going to be mounted in my LS Vortex swapped 2003 Jeep TJ that currently has a Dana 35 True Track with alloy axles. I'm going to replace it with the 8.8, something a little bit more beefier. So right now, I'm gonna make this a two-part series of setting this up. So I'm only gonna go through 1 to 6 today, because 7, you gotta place those in the jigs and then set it up. I'll probably save those ones until the day I pull that differential out and I can set it up properly with the track bar spacing. But for right now, I can get it basically assembled, tack welded on that differential, and we'll be good to go. Now, my word of advice, pay attention to detail, especially orientation. If you have any guesswork, always assemble it the same way that it's showing to you in the diagram. So number 1 says slide E and F into their respective jigs on A. So E is that one, F is that one. This one here is F. It's gonna go right there. This one is E. Now, next one says slide both pieces of C and D onto the jigs for B. Now, if you look at C, how it's orientated, like that, the long side's got to go towards you, and then D looks like it's got to go this way towards us. Now, you got to pay attention to the offset, because the differential's offset, so line up this notch with that. Line this up, because it should pull up as so. I want to get that lined up, and then I'm going to throw this Bessie clamp on there, because that's going to hold her together. Now, this is where you want to double check everything before you tack it, and I'm just going to put a couple tacks up top there to hold it. I got it held together by the Bessie clamp. So these little small pieces, respectively, if you had them backwards, one side would probably hang out. That side is looking good. So now I need to get the axle, set it up to the degrees. I know my pinion's set at 26 degrees. Set it on, put it level, and then tack it. Now, the deal behind this is set your pinion degree roughly where it's going to be, put your truss on, and then put your truss on flat. That makes your spring perches right where they need to be, because the spring perches in the Jeep aren't. That's why the spring kind of goes like that. And doing this corrects that issue. Pretty close. I gotta do a little bit of grinding on that sensor mount, and then should be able to fit up pretty good. Actually quite surprised how easy that was to grind down. Set this in place one last time, because it seems like I'm on and off. Yeah, we're good. Money. That's some of the grinding I had to do to make that fit. Just so that you don't make the same mistake I did, I notched that plate to get around the vent. However, you're going to have to weld that hole in and drill a new one, because the next part's going to be in the way. This is a good time to silicone that sensor up really good so you don't have to take it out ever again. Match 0. Good to go. Throw some tacks on her. Now, before I can tack those pieces on, I need to weld the vent hole and re-drill one somewhere else once we're completed. So now this piece will go in like that, then the spacer will go in there, then the back piece. That's why I love 3D printing. 3D print the jigs. And all tacked up into place. A track bar was fitted up a little tight, so just got to use a quarter power to tweak her up a little bit. There I go, I just tweaked her up a little bit so it's a little loose. That way when the track bar is tightened down, it'll tighten up. That one there fits the same. A little tight on the end, not a big deal. Perfect. All right, time to shut her down. That's going to end the first video of doing the Artec truss on the 8.8 Ford rear end. Now, of course, it's going to be a little while before I can get back to it. Probably quite a while, a few months, because I want to enjoy my Jeep for the rest of the summertime and fall. Then early winter, when we got that transition, that's when I will do the axle swap. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. Stay tuned for the next one.